All right, we are rolling on. We're going to talk Bradley Braves next. A little bit of a pinch hit appearance here for Bradley. Sitting in for head coach Elvis Dominguez on this call is pitching coach Andrew Werner. Coach, first off, I appreciate you taking a little bit of a pinch hit at bat for Elvis here.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, Joe.
I know you're a pitching guy, so we just need you to battle up there. You know,
Yeah,
don't try to do too much.
I'll compete.
That's right. That's right. That's what it comes down to. Coach, what has you excited about the team this season as we're just now, a couple weeks away?
I think it's one of those things. I think everybody can say this nowadays in college baseball, but it's really new. I think in Bradley, we've really gone the high school route majority. I mean, that's what we've done here. So you're used to having, a lot of the same guys around. And this is my first time in 6 years that I can point to. We have 6 or 7 returners, right? But I mean, 2/3 of the roster is new. So I think that's always exciting. And philosophically, tried to put a little emphasis on being a little bit more balanced, so it's just going to be a little bit different team than you've seen out of Bradley in the past, I think.
Let's start on the mound, your area of expertise there. Is Travis Lutz ready to be kind of like a workhorse that among the best in the league in terms of getting you deep into games, giving you a chance to win every time out?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think so, right? Obviously, I'm biased on that one. The thing with Lutz, we've been fortunate here at Bradley. We've been very rich, a lot of players, obviously, but on the mound, right? There's a great history there, and Lutz has every chance to be the next one. When you're replacing guys like Jacob Kissing, Noah Eders, on the front end, it's going to be tough. And I think Lutzy he's got to come into his own, and I think we're starting to see that, right? True development over 3 years. So yeah, I mean, I think everybody would agree when he's on, when you're facing him in the Valley, he's as good as we got. But to your point, can he take that next step, turn the lineup over 3 times, get us 6, 7 innings every time out? So I think he's ready. Obviously we'll see.
What do you like just as a group about the newcomers on the mound?
Strike throwers, I don't know that we have necessarily the top end stuff, that we've had in the past. But again, I think nowadays, where we're at, everybody's throwing hard and all that. How are you separating yourself? So we brought in a lot of guys that are they've won, they throw a lot of strikes, and they compete really well.
Switching to the position player side for a little bit, what was behind Timmy O'Brien's breakout season last year? Guy had been in the program a couple of years, and last year it seems like things really unlocked for him. What do you think was behind that?
I think he just needed a chance to go out there every day and do it. There was just some stuff the first couple of years, couple bad injuries at the wrong time. Obviously, he was behind some guys that were really, really good players for us. So I think it was just one of those things. Timmy needed a shot. And it was kind of going into last year. It's like, man, this is your job to lose, and he took it and ran with it. So hoping we just pick up where he left off.
And given the experience in these two guys, you kind of assume that he and Bo Durbin maybe the guys that make you go. But what else are you looking at in the lineup?
Yeah, Bo's is, for my money, Bo's as good as it gets, so he's a really good piece to build around. We brought in some transfers, there's guys in there that I think they're going to, again, be more balanced, right? A guy like Bobby Atkinson who can do both, was a, national championship at Heartland, didn't get a ton of playing time, at his previous school. He's got a chance to come. He's a really good player. We've got a couple guys in there. Cole Smith's a guy, a JUCO guy we brought in, chance to be leadoff guy and pick up where Ryan Vogel's been the last 4 or 5 years. So I think what you'll see out of our transfers, obviously talented guys, but maybe didn't always have the shot wherever they were at for whatever reason. So you've got a lot of guys that are really hungry, and I think that's exciting, a chance to prove themselves, which is, we're recruiting them. That's what we told them, and they're going to have that shot.
Yeah, it's got to be a little bit of a double-edged sword, right? When you talk about this group's a little more inexperienced than what you guys have had for a little bit, but the flip side of that, of course, is that every opportunity is open for those guys, and it does have to create kind of a fun fall, a competitive fall, and that can bleed over, I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, if you've been in a program for 3, 4, 5 years, I don't want to say you take it for granted, but you just get used to it, right? Again, you got a bunch of guys that's new, hungry to prove themselves, and I think that's where it starts for me. I think we all know as coaches, there's that certain talent barometer you've got to be at, right? But then from there, what's going to separate you? And I think just a bunch of guys with chips on their shoulder, coming off a tough year, whether it's a returner, wanting to right the ship, or it's a guy coming in to prove that he can do it at this level, right? So we've got that good mixture and to your point, we're excited about it.
Yeah. Excited to see the Bradley Braves on the field this spring. Coach, good weather as the next couple weeks go by, and good health to the Braves this spring. We'll talk to you soon.
Awesome, Joe. I really appreciate it, man.
Take care.